Welcome back, everyone. If you don't know our faces, hello. You will know in a minute. But just a quick little chat about what we're going to be talking about this episode now that we have another season with our faces again, if you heard us over summer, which we'll touch on. But mainly what we're going to do is a quick little recap, plug our summer season, and then talk about summer anime, actually. But anywho, if you don't know, I'm Quincy Lell.
I'm Audrey Williams.
And this is Seasonal Spiels. We love a certain show.
One Piece.
But we also cover other anime.
For Delicious in Dungeon.
Apothecary Diaries.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Soul Leveling. We like to spiel.
Exactly.
Covering seasonal anime, this is Seasonal Spiels. Okay, so what did we do over summer? Well, if you've watched us before, you know usually you see us like this, but actually over summer we had a few longer podcast-style episodes without our faces. Sorry. Or maybe you like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how people watch our content. They could just be leaving it on the background.
Exactly. That's peak way to listen to our content anyway. Just have it on in the background.
Yeah, I mean, we're so natural at this, you know? First take. It's okay.
Right.
But yeah, over summer, since we had longer time to talk about things, we covered the Crunchyroll Anime Awards after
the results came out.
Yeah. Controversial.
Yeah,
if you listen to the episode, I apologize, we talk so fast. There was some heat behind those words for a reason.
The contrast between the episode before it came out versus when the results were released.
Yeah, season 2 finale, we were so optimistic.
Yeah.
So,
like, this could... We're not going to get into it.
We're not. But... You can go check those episodes yourself. But yeah, we also talked about Ghibli films. If you don't know, Ghibli... It's just a really good studio that releases anime films. You know, Hayao Miyazaki is a fantastic director and producer. Kind of spawned from him and his amazing stories that he was telling. But in general, for Ghibli, the reason it is relative is Ghibli usually comes back to theaters in Regal at least, if not others, with their Ghibli Fest. So we were covering most of what was coming out, and we shall continue doing that this season as well for everything after Ponyo.
Mm-hmm.
So... pretty much it.
Yeah.
So we did discuss some of those, but you can go check out, again, those episodes in the podcast. And then we also did plug, as we usually do, anticipated summer anime, which we're now following up on this season. So, gonna be real. Summer anime, what I talked and said I would watch in that podcast episode, feel free to go watch to understand the reference. Half of that I have not even touched. Really bad about that. We're like, most shows by now have 8-9 episodes out. Which is great for binging if you want to binge it. Do I though? Do I want to? Let's just start off with okay. What shows are we watching consistently? Like, what have we actually kept up with?
Right.
I know I've watched more than you, which is not a bad thing. It's called I Had No Life for a Week. So, what I'm actually watching consistently. There's an isekai, I'm not going to name it because it's just fun. It's just fun for me to keep up with. But other than that, real anime I keep up with. One Piece, come on guys, if you don't know, we love One Piece. Especially me. God, am I always on top of it. It's kind of bad for my health. We don't talk about that. But other than that, what's actually coming out new, Dawn Season 2, Dr. Stone, I don't know, part 2 of Season 5 or whatever season it is. It's part 2 of Season whatever. Supposedly supposed to be the last season. I'm not sure about that.
Interesting. Yeah,
I don't believe it, or unless it's like a 3-parter or something, because there's definitely more after, and we're like not even finished with. Okay, let me preface this for anyone who doesn't know, and I guess I should have said this at the beginning of the episode, especially if you're new. We spoil. Whenever we name drop, prepare for spoilers if you are unaware. If for some reason you don't want to be spoiled, don't listen.
Yeah, wait until you've seen whatever we're talking about.
Yes, but anyway, the latest season of Dr. Stone, spoilers, for I think up through episode 8, I guess, is out right now. They're still they still haven't made a rocket yet, so there's no way it's gonna end in 4 more episodes. Like, they haven't even gotten to the moon, which is the crux of the problem. So yeah, there's that. Right. So definitely not ending anytime soon. But Dawn is the other one I really kept an eye on, which plug for a little bit later. But man, am I enjoying it. We're gonna save it for another episode to gush about. But what about you?
I was gonna say my list is very short. Consistently, I haven't gotten through season 2 yet, but consistently, really the only thing I've been keeping up with is Dawn. I'm excited for when we talk about it later.
Yes.
Because then I'll actually have watched, because I think The thing with Dandadan is that I'm 2 episodes behind, I believe, on season 1, but I know what happens in them already because there's, you know what I'm talking about, but there's a YouTube channel that will go over, and react to anime a lot, and he's reacted to those episodes, so I've seen that, but I haven't actually watched the episodes for myself, so I, kind of know how the season ends, but either way, I need to finish out season 1 and then get through where season 2 is currently at, which I believe it's
there's 8 right now.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, there should be 9.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then when we talk about it, I'll spoil ahead. We are going to try and talk about Dandadan next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Really get a deep dive because, man, am I enjoying these 8 episodes, and I cannot wait to talk about 10 of the remaining of the total 12 for this season.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot it was going to be the same amount.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love getting such a sweet payoff because, I think the reason I haven't, even though I name dropped a lot of anime I would watch or continue watching last time we talked about summer anime, I definitely just think I'm in the mood to stay with characters I already know, not get introduced to new characters in a show, because I'm like, it's not that that's ever bad. It's typical to take longer to introduce and get used to new characters for a new show. Duh. I just don't have the patience. I want to just jump right into a story where it's like, oh, I know who these people are. Let's get into it. Let's get some plot and drama going.
Right.
But yeah. But aside from that, nothing else am I really consistently watching. Of the ones I've tried to watch, or at least watch a couple episodes of, let's go in order of how disappointed I am of these episodes I've seen. So let's start with The Dead Ringer. The one I was so excited for. The one y'all know how I was hyped for. Turkey. So Turkey had such high hopes from episode 1, guys. Okay, it was about bowling. I was like, a bowling anime? I'm here for it. We don't have enough sports anime. We don't have bowling anime. I'm here. Some high school girls bowling. Let's do it. Starts off really cool. You get this nice friend dynamic of the leader of the team, she wants to keep all the girls happy. 3 of the girls aren't that intense. They're not that competitive with bowling. But the 5th girl, oh no, she wants to win. She's so determined. She's like, y'all are just goofing around. I'm out. And they're like, no. Typical, don't leave, right? The 3 who are goofing are like, she's too serious. Let her go. But the protagonist, the leader, she's like, no, we can compromise. We can do this as a team. And so it starts off really well. There were a few hints of some weird supernatural, but I was like, that could just be how Kuroko no Basketball had. Why did I combine Japanese like that?
Kuroko no Basket.
Kuroko no Basket, but yeah. You know how that has superhuman powers for basketball involved?
Yeah.
Whereas Haikyuu's more a little luck at the time, but it's usually more normal, more grounded. I thought it could have just been a Kuroko no Basket situation, right? Where it's superhuman basketball skills, right? No. Ends with a cliffhanger, episode 1, so spoilers through the first 2 episodes, to an isekai. How? It's not, I guess it's not isekai, but it's isekai in the fact that they time travel back.
Oh.
Into I don't know what era of Japan, but they time travel back, and it's so frustrating. It's so you could have had a great bowling premise with these girls,
right? And
you gave it up to go back in history during feudal times.
Oh.
And it's so stupid because they get involved in this war, and then they use their bowling balls to help this guy not get killed, and then they go, it's just so bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would bowling even play into, if you're going back in time anyway, but if you're going back that far, how would bowling even be relevant?
No, it's not super far. It's 2-3 centuries.
Still, yeah, I guess.
It's not that.
But it's how would bowling even be relevant in that time? How would you keep up?
Well, besides whacking someone with a bowling ball in the head, which they
I
don't
guess
do,
is relevant,
which they don't do. They roll the bowling balls to make it sound like there's an army approaching. I'm like, bowling balls are not that heavy on real ground. Have you rolled them on soil? It's not that loud.
Right.
So dramatic much.
Interesting.
I don't know. I gave up after episode 2 because I saw it kept staying in that past, and I was like, that's not what I signed up for. I'm out.
Right. So, yeah, that's. I mean, innovative. I guess.
If you came
sports anime.
Moral of the lesson, if you came for bowling, isekai.
Yeah.
So
if you
don't
came
bother.
For bowling, you will be disappointed.
Yes. Oh, I was like that.
That's interesting. In a bad way, but interesting.
In a bad way. And it was frustrating because episode 1 set up this good drama. A typical cliche, sure, but it was good.
Yeah.
At heart. And then, so why did it become a time travel isekai?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
What are we...
For bowling. Do we need... Also, let's just put this out there. Why do we need the history of bowling in Japan when it's not like that's where bowling ever originated?
Oh, I didn't even think about that, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Okay, let me preface. Do I know where bowling originated? No, but it sure is hell in Japan.
Yeah. Interesting.
But anyway. So that was a new anime. Could not keep up with it. I said most disappointing. Let's just cover the other only new anime I tried out, which was Gachiakura. I thought I was pronounced Gachiakura, but apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I can't remember. I watched the trailer and heard it, I think. I don't know really good. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
And it's not bad. I watched the first 3 episodes. It's not bad. Again, I think the only reason I haven't continued is I'm just not in the mood to learn new characters. And the fact that this is just a trope I get tired of, because it's, even if it's done well, it's just annoying. I don't like when the protagonist is very impatient to learn a new information, yet isn't smart enough to ask good questions to learn said information. It's like, okay, either sit down and listen, or shut up and figure it out yourself. Like, pick one. Like, there's no in between that's ever fun to watch. So that's problem number 1. But yeah, it's not bad. I'm interested to continue because the power system's kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
It's, I guess for how to describe it. So, protagonist lives in, so, it's a bad reference if you don't know, but if you know One Piece, if you know the celestial dragons, you know how they think they're gods?
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, think of kind of like that mentality, like, oh, we're great, you're trash, right? So he came from, like, the outskirts, the trash of society, and anyone who's deemed even worse than that, criminals and such, get dropped into this pit. So he gets dropped because he's falsely accused of murder in the first episode. Spoilers for the first 3 if y'all didn't figure that out by now. Which is interesting because then he ends up falling down onto Earth, and it's like E.T. down there. It's just trash. An E.T. What? No. It's like Wall-E. It's like Wall-E Earth. I don't know why I said E.T. It's like Wall-E Earth where it's just trash everywhere. But what's worse is that the trash comes alive somehow and becomes monsters if there's enough of it. I don't really know. Episode 3, guys. I don't know what this power system is or how these monsters come to be from this trash. But yeah, so power is used to fight against that, which is, I don't know how to explain this very well because I'm 3 episodes in and I don't know the power system. Fair. But essentially what happens is people who care about, so let's use a phone for instance. If you love your phone so much and you've treated so well for like years upon years, it has a relationship with you now and you can imbue power into it. But it's only an object that you have spent time with and cared for. It's not like, oh, I love this phone for a week, I can suddenly imbue power. No, it's like, gotta be with you. You gotta be tight with it.
Yeah. You gotta be like this.
Literally.
With your phone.
So people can do that, and shocker, protagonist is special. He can use even though he's imbuing it into his gloves, he can use whatever his gloves touch to become special weapons, which is unusual. Usually it's just the gloves.
Right.
But he can, So that's what makes him special. And from there, I don't know, because that's where I stopped. But it's not that it was bad. I did enjoy it. I'm not in the mood for it, and it's not like it's a mid-story so far. It just got so much cliche stuff going on in the beginning for exposition, and I'm not a big fan of that. As I said, I'm not a big fan of the protagonist trope right now, where he's just too impatient. And I don't know if I've ever said this, but I'm never a big fan of revenge if it's done really cheesy. What I mean by that is the typical cliche, if I don't get revenge, what's the purpose of my life? Like, no, you can have love. Like, why is revenge your entire purpose of living? Like, what? You can't have friends because of that, right? Yeah. Like Sasuke, I hate Sasuke because literally he gives up everything that's good in his life to kill his brother. And I'm like, and that helped you? How?
Right.
Like, how is that? How is? I can understand revenge because you think he murdered. I guess I shouldn't say you think. My bad. Spoilers for Naruto. If anyone cares, not that I've really seen it, but I know the ending. So spoilers, because I'm going to mention it now. But shocker, Itachi, did it on order. So yes, he did kill them, but it's not like he did it because he hated everyone.
Yeah.
So yes, he did kill, like, a lot of people. And so obviously leaving Sasuke alive. So I understand Sasuke not knowing that wants to kill his brother in return. But I'm like, yes, but you're like 10.
Yeah.
What makes you think you should give up? Like what kind? Like I never understand this kind of people. Because granted, I've never been in that situation. But even so, I'm like, I don't think I'd want to just do revenge, and that's my whole purpose. Like, what about friendship? Like, you literally admitted you had to leave these people because they were people you loved and cared for. I'm like, that makes no sense to me. Why don't you rely on their help to get your revenge? Is that not quicker?
Yeah, or even just like, I mean, so I do get it. With Naruto specifically, like, I haven't seen it in a minute, so I also just didn't continue it.
I haven't seen it at all. So.
But, like, I think, I get what you're saying. I feel like it can be done, I don't know any examples. I feel like it can be done in an interesting sort of way where it's like you're led to kind of, like,
you know,
not necessarily root even for the character, but like you're kind of like, oh, okay, this is inherently like a little bit stupid, but I still am like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm not on your side necessarily, and I'm not like I don't see where you're coming from, but it's still like
satisfying.
It's still satisfying to be like the inherent like tragedy kind of this character is like not fulfilling to watch, but it's like interesting.
It's interesting, and the only character I can think of, sorry to name drop One Piece again, the only character I can think of who I was like, do I think you should have dedicated your entire life for this? No. But did you at least do it in a clever way and you accepted help when you needed to? Yes. Was Law.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, I was about to say, like, literally, like, that's done well because he relies on Luffy. He recognizes, like, you can see in every interaction he has with Doflamingo, you can recognize he's traumatized from this man.
Yeah.
Like, duh. So at least it's done, like, realistically. Like, of course you're traumatized. He literally killed the person you loved and tried to kill you and indoctrinate you and a lot of bad stuff. But, not here nor there. Gachiakara is actually really pretty good. What else is disappointing for me? Kaiju number 8. This has been a problem for me since the first season. Not because the first season was bad, but because it's become so much more annoying to watch. How do I put this? The softness of the curves in the art style is throwing me off because it just looks really weird with their... It makes, instead of being like in the manga where it's sharp when it needs to be sharp to look like a form-fitting uniform, it just looks like they're fat. Because it's so, like...
Oh, like, flowy, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but if you, like... If you look at it, it's just too... The way they draw their lines is too curved, to the point where it just looks like they have excess muscle. Well, it's not... But it doesn't look like muscle, because it's not defined. There's no, like, lines to make it look like defined muscle, unless he's in his kaiju form. No, if he's, like, a normal person, any of them... It just looks really not good. It's like, these are supposed to be the elite soldiers who probably have abs for days. Why do they look like they're just normal people who don't work out, right? Like, there's gotta be... So it's just... That's problem number 1 for me, is I just can't get over the weird art style and the animation. Because it's very similar to the manga. It's just not... It's not fun to look at when they're in those uniforms most of the time.
Yeah.
Second, it's just a mid-show. Like, I can't put it any other way. The plot's It's got some good animation to go with it, but it's also like kind of all over the place. I've never cared about Kafka that much, and the only people I care about, which is Shinomiya and Hoshina, they're never gonna be the protagonist. Like, they're pretty up there, but it's like, yeah, but... So I gave up after a couple episodes in. Ironically, the filler episode is my favorite. Why? Because it follows Hoshina. So that's
yeah.
I'm there for that little plot, little character development. Fake plot, but whatever. So yeah, there's that. I don't have much more to say. Like, it's not the best show ever, and it's not like it's bad. Like, I did read the manga, and it was pretty good. But, like, anything good that happens in the manga, I know is not going to happen this season. So I'm just kind of like, this is like the lull in between.
Yeah.
The hype from last season when it was introduced to future when the end game is approaching, when the good fights happen, I should say. Because right now, I don't even know if they finished the ant fight, but I got like 2 episodes in, and the ants were already boring me to death. So
interesting.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. The last thing I've actually kept up with, shouldn't say kept up with, but I have actually watched an episode of, but not very well, is Lord of Mysteries. Gosh, was that a ride. You ever watch something so well animated that the movement is too jarringly unnatural? Like the Uncanny Valley effect? Like, it's too smooth. There's no way a person moves like that in real life. At least not that our eyes can track. I can't... It's too good. It's too good.
Yeah.
And also, it moves so quick. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not Janae. I don't have that kind of brain where I can just read these subs, understand all this new information, keep up with the action that's happening, and suddenly switch to the next new information you're spitting at me because you assume I've been dropped into this world in which I know everything, which I clearly don't. So it's not that it's bad, it's too fast for me, so I'm probably going to have to rewatch before diving back into any new episodes. I'm curious, because it's technically an isekai, but I don't really know where it's going and how it's an isekai, because it just plops you into, I'm in this body of this person and it's not me, but I'm like, but you act like it is you, so I'm confused.
Yeah.
Like, not like it is me in the fact that, like, it's my body, I'm well aware, but the protagonist acts as if he knows who this person is and, like, understands the world so quickly after suddenly being in this person the body of this person who clearly committed suicide. I'm like, so you're just okay with that?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have any questions?
No follow-up.
No follow-up. So that's why it's, like, really jarring to me,
Yeah.
is I'm like, there's... At least in other isekai, are they stupid and accept that the fact that isekai happened is super chill? Yeah. But even so, at least they didn't suddenly get placed into a corpse.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's really weird. But I'm intrigued, so I'll probably continue it.
It seemed like I haven't seen the first episode, but I did watch the trailer for it. Even, like, without the trailer editing, I guess it just seems very fast-paced.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And even from that, it's like, I watched it, and I'm like, okay, so what's happening?
It's the first episode is exactly
seem
that.
bad, but I'm like, what's going on? Like,
I wish I knew.
Overall, yeah. And I, like, also the movement in it is, like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's, like, it's good to its own detriment.
It really is.
Like, this is not how people move.
If you took away how perfect the movement was, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it literally would be. It's just because you did so well on the movement, I can't. Like, eyes don't move like that when they track movement, so you showing me this perfect movement of, like, a flip can't work out like that. Sorry. No, I'm really intrigued, though. I do want to talk about it, because I do want to watch more of it. But yeah, those are the ones I've actually seen. Now, what else did I name drop that I haven't touched at all? Sakamoto Days. I have no interest. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not in the mood to watch mid-content. I'm just not. That's why I dropped Kaiju. I'm like, I know it can be good at times, but I know what's happening right now. I could care less. I really could. At least Gachiaka and Lord of Mysteries, I will try and pick up again. I just haven't. To be Hero X, I did talk I was gonna and say I continued. I just dropped off the face of the earth with that show. It's not that it's bad. I just needed a break from Heroes, and I just haven't picked it up. You know when I'll probably pick it up? Maybe when the show's over and I can watch the X episode, because that's really all I'm there for. Not to say the others are probably bad. Again, I haven't seen them. I'm just like...
That's the main, like, intrigue.
That's the main intrigue, and it's like, if I gotta wait 12 episodes to get there... I might as well wait. Like, but I know, I probably will, in order to understand any good, like, Easter eggs or anything in that episode, I probably will continue. Also, I'm curious how a dog becomes one of the top 10 heroes.
Oh, yeah.
So I do want to see that episode, too, because it's connected to X, based on the trailer. And then other than that, I did name drop My Dress Up Darling. I'm not in the mood for romance. That's all I gotta say. That's the only reason I have.
It's out there, though.
It's out there. But those are the shows that I mentioned that I would check out. So that's the update.
Fair.
So in the end, half suck, half I haven't touched anyway. But yeah. It's kind of how I feel about it. Anything? I know you haven't seen much. I know I've been yapping a lot.
I was gonna say the only, like, I haven't seen any of them, but the only ones that I've, like, seen that were coming out this summer, that I'm like, ooh, I need to keep an eye on this one, is, The Summer Hikaru Died. I knew about it before, like, it got the anime adaptation, and I heard that it was pretty good then, and I was originally, like, I was planning on reading the manga, and then I never got to it, and then now it has this anime adaptation, so I'm like, might as well start it now that it's been animated.
Yeah.
I don't really know a ton about it, other than, like, the title.
Yeah.
Which is, like, I mean, I think the main thing, is that, obviously, Hikaru dies, spoiler alert, but, like, I think it's just mainly, like, I believe Yoshiki is the other main character, and I could be very wrong about this because I haven't seen a trailer. I'm just going off of, like, what I've kind of picked up from osmosis of, like, Twitter, basically. But from what I understand, the very basic plot is that Yoshiki's friend Hikaru dies at some point, and then, like, it's not even, like, his spirit, but it's, like, almost... I think it's more complex than this, because it's not like Hikaru's a ghost. I think it's something else. But he, like, comes back, essentially, from the dead, almost, and is, like, and I think the main thing, too, is that it's not necessarily Hikaru anymore, either, because it's, like, the Hikaru that Yoshiki knew is dead. So it's, like, not entirely Hikaru anymore, but Yoshiki's, like, still holding on to, like, oh... This was my friend.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's all that and I could be getting a lot of that wrong, too. But, like,
sounds interesting.
That's all that I, like, really know about it, but I'm like, I will pick it up now that it's animated, because I'm like, not that I was really waiting for it to be animated, but it just kind of happened that way. I'm like, I'm really interested in it. The other one, well, okay, the other two, one of them is kind of, not whatever, but the other one that, I've heard a lot about is, like, Gachiakada as well. I think, like, I mean, I don't know much about it other than what you.
The first 3 episodes are like typical
interesting.
shonen intro, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm like, I think I didn't know the name of it, but I've seen, like, manga panels of it before, so I knew what it was sort of before, like...
Yeah.
It's the anime season started, but I'm like, it looks interesting to me.
It does
from the description, it sounds interesting.
Oh, it's
but
definitely
it's very,
promising. I just have no patience to learn
that's
characters
fair.
right now. Like, it's not an it problem. It's a me. I just don't have the patience right now. So.
And the other one that's, like, kind of throwaway, because I saw that I knew about Chikawa anime. Because I knew about it, but I didn't know that it was actually releasing, like, technically in the summer. I thought it was, like, late winter or something like that, but it is, at least according to my anime list, it's designated a summer 2025 anime. So I haven't seen it, but I know that, I mean, it's just, like, I don't know if there's any, like, deep plot to it. Yeah. It's just, like, characters being silly. But it looks fun.
Okay.
I'll definitely watch it at some point when I'm, like... Not necessarily when I need to turn my brain off, but when I'm like, I just need fun things happening.
Where can you watch, like, Summer Hikaru Died?
Summer Hikaru Died is on Netflix. Okay. And I think Chikawa is too. Don't quote me on that.
I know Sakamoto Days is, so
yeah.
There's always that too.
And then Gachi Akata, I don't...
That's on Crunchy, I can guarantee you.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
Everything, I shouldn't say everything. Everything but those three I just named should be available on Crunchy if you have a subscription. Presumably, they could also be on Netflix for all I know. Netflix just picked up a lot of anime licenses again. I don't know company deals for Western anime viewing, besides the fact that it's sporadic at best. But yeah, that's what we have for summer anime. We are aware that practically a month ago at this point, by the time the episodes has come out, the One Piece live action season 2 got its first teaser trailer, less than a minute. But boy, oh boy, am I excited. Yeah. It was so... I love seeing Smoker and Robin. Obviously, we saw Chopper earlier in May, if y'all ever saw that. If not, he looks promising too. Boys, I'm going to have to get used to. And also the fact that, like, you don't see anyone else acting with him, so...
Oh, yeah,
I don't know how
by himself.
Yeah, so we'll see how that... Hopefully, I trust them. Their CG has been really good before. But man, am I excited. Apparently... I watched someone else deep dive the video for me, because I didn't feel like clipping everything. But I'm so excited to see Nami fighting Alvida in Lowtown, apparently. Yeah. And Lowtown apparently is going to be circusy, like Buggy took over, so that'll be cool. I'm excited just in general. I think the only things I was like, not sold on, but it's the teaser trailer. You're never sold on the teaser trailer. You shouldn't be. Is the weird CG for Broggy and Laboon. Their size is not too great. And also, I think, it's the town scene. Yeah, okay. I had to make sure in my brain what I was going to say was right. But it's the town scene right after they show Whiskey Peak, which looks phenomenal, by the way. I think that's... I don't know where that is. I would presume Whiskey Peak, just because it's right after, and it's, like, architecturally, it would make sense, because it looks like those desert weird towns when Zoro takes out all those bounty hunters. Sorry, spoilers if you don't know. But... I'm not sold on it. I don't know. I think it's just a shot thing. I think all three of those are just like the composition of the shot and the angle and size that make them look weird. Yeah. So I trust editing to fix that. But again, it's just the first look at things, and I am excited.
I'm also excited because at the end of it says that, if I remember right, it's that season 2 releases in 2026, and then season 3 starts development the same year. And I'm like, that's very nice that we're still... I don't know how far it'll go, but I'm like...
At least finish Alabasta.
Yeah.
Like, at least finish this.
True. I'm excited.
Because if you don't know, and I presume it's still 8 episodes, so this is my speculation on how the pattern goes, but if you don't know, it's going from Lowtown all the way through Dorm Island. So it's setting up Baroque Works, but not giving you the payoff in Alabasta, because, thank God, don't rush it. Yeah. So that's all going to be season 3. It needs its own. And so I'm glad they're at least presumably, they're promising, hey, we're going to finish it. Whether it's good or bad, we'll finish it and put it out there so you have that cliffhanger resolved at least. Hopefully it continues to be phenomenal and keep getting more seasons as much as you can for such a long property. Right. But I think how it probably will go, like, pacing wise, you'll probably get Lowtown in the first episode, if not also like the beginning of Laboon with Reverse Mountain there, and probably a cliffhanger. Second episode probably be with, like, Crocus heading to Whiskey Peak, and then third episode will probably be Whiskey Peak itself. And then I would presume 4 and 5 would be Little Garden, and then the remaining 3 for Drum. I feel like that would be how I would break it up. I don't know, though, because I'm also curious for the B plot, because we know Smoker, so I'm excited to get him and Tashigi going, because at least they're canonically supposed to be chasing Luffy, unlike a certain relative from season 1.
In the first season,
I love Kobe Meppo cover story. I'm glad they did that, but I don't like how much focus it took away, and I don't like what they did with Garp, but I've grabbed about that before. But, other than that, I'm also curious, because if we're getting a teaser of Robin, I wonder what she's doing, because it's not like she's on, at least to me, that room didn't look like Whiskey Peak that she just barged into, so will be interesting.
I'm excited to see just more live action One Piece in general.
Yes.
More One Piece, but also like more early One Piece.
Also more outdoor fights. Like, yes, please. Like, I know it's difficult with the sets, but please. The reason I complain is because season 1 felt so tight.
It did, yeah.
Because we were living in those sets. And every time we were outside, I was like, oh my gosh, y'all are doing amazing with the CG. Please keep doing this. Like, Mihawk Zoro, beautiful. Arlong Park, beautiful.
Yeah.
Did the editing not do great because it wasn't the actual people who should have been doing it? Yeah, maybe. So, I trust the creators. I'll believe in season 2 until something looks really bad in another trailer. And again, teaser trailer, first look, usually very speculative, like when the... pre our show, obviously, but when the first teaser trailer for season 1 dropped, I was very cautious. So I'm just now pretty cautious.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just excited. I'm here for it. Yeah.
I'm excited to see just more.
Just more.
Yeah.
Just get the gang together. So excited. Also, Vivi looks so good when she was attacking.
Oh, I don't remember what she looked like actually. But
it was a very dark clip, but she was the blue hair. Also, she was like leaning back, like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you out."
Oh, that's fun.
Which is funny because obviously it's Miss Wednesday if you don't know. So obviously she's got to put up that tough front. But it's like, yeah, sure, you're gonna take us out. So it's really, really funny. But I'm excited to see the Baroque Works members. I'm excited how they're gonna bring the Grand Line to life because I was like, they did pretty good for season 1. Only stuff I complained about was, aside from the Garp thing, was mainly a problem with the strike interfering with editing and production on that end, to my knowledge at least.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's kind of all we had to talk about. Yeah. So next episode, stay tuned. We will cover Don. Oh, I'm so excited, guys.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Oh, it's so good. Like, I don't... Anyway, that's for another episode, gushing about that. Anything else you want to say? I know I've talked a lot.
No, you're so good. I mean, I'm excited to talk about it, but I'm excited to continue Don and On.
Girl, you are going to want to binge it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like... Just
as a preview for what I know I will be gushing about, 6, 7, and 8. Love. Not that the first 5 episodes were bad. No, far from it. Those just, like, completely different enjoyment for me, at least. So.
I'm excited to get there.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so we probably won't be talking just a game plan for also the rest of this season. Probably won't be talking about too much more summer anime, but we will be talking about the Demon Slayer movie. And obviously Ghibli Fest, so Howl's Moving Castle will be the first up for the remaining 3 movies coming out before we'll transition to fall anime as per usual and cover that and the remaining 2 Ghibli films before our finale. Pretty typical. So we're going to probably deep dive only the few summer anime we actually care to watch and binge. Don and On, obviously. Not that the others aren't bad, but we'll figure out what else we would want to talk about for y'all. But until then, welcome back and thanks for listening to us.